I am exhausted, I think, mostly. Campaigning takes a lot out of you.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
How's it going? Is it going well? Seems to be everyone I've spoken to seems to be all for you, so.
Yeah, I think it's going pretty good. I think you know, it's me and Pratt is splitting a lot of votes, so there is part of me that's like, enough people say, oh yeah, Nino's gonna win anyways, I end up losing, but transparently, if I do lose, there is I would not be disappointed. 3 months was a long time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine it takes its toll.
Yeah. So I may ask who this is? Just
Celiana.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. All right.
She's good. She knows that she was there yesterday as well.
Gotcha. All right. So the long and short of it is, a blessing in disguise may have presented itself.
Oh, really?
Now, I imagine. So I told Flippy this earlier today. I don't know what his plan is, so keep that in mind. I don't know if he's looking to tell all of Hydra this already, right? Or if he's going to keep it contained, because keep in mind, right? What I'm about to say is very critical, and a lawyer needs to build up a defense, and you don't want anything to be, you know, any even small opportunity that this gets out, it can allow the PD to react, right?
Yep.
These fucking bozos, Den Shiesty, and another member of TRT brought Steve from the manor and apparently one other gang into the police department and showed off the guns that were in evidence.
What the fuck?
And as a consequence, the moment this goes up on the docket, a good lawyer, I be it Alan Crane, right? I tried to call him too, couldn't reach him, or Robin, who knows their shit, needs to motion and enter into evidence Steve and company's statements, the photographs that they managed to get of them holding up a fucking PDW in the shotgun, etc., and motion for the evidence to be removed, because taking out evidence on an active fucking investigation to play show and tell is underlinedly mishandling of said evidence. It could be, you can consider it evidence tampering if you could tamper on your own case, but it's certainly becomes a chain of custody issue. And if they showed off some of the evidence, if they fucked around with some of the evidence, who's to say they did not fuck around with the rest of the evidence? You can no longer determine what was and was not fucked with. It'd be one thing if they like took it out and like are running serial numbers or whatever. It's another if they're playing fucking show and tell. And so I am gonna go as far as saying that if the judge on the case comes up with some bullshit excuse as to why it's not a break of chain of custody, then the entire DOJ is fucked at that point, if I'm gonna be honest, right? So
I'm pretty sure they are anyway, but
they are, but to the extent that I'm done. Like I'm done. Like I'm gonna step down, just straight up. Because like this is one of those things where like for me it's gonna be a principled issue, right? If a judge is willing to accept that cops can just play around with evidence with like such a serious case that affects so many lives, and that what the fuck is the point? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna cement my feet in that, and I don't care what they write up. I want them to do it, so I can look at them in the face and say "fuck you" before I pull the trigger.
So obviously Flippy told you everything, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Snow,
So,
the whole bit.
Okay, so I caught up with Snow earlier today. Something interesting that I found out, apparently on Twitter, probably 12 hours ago now or so. Do you remember a guy by the name of First Temple? He was a judge back in the day and did a lot of lawyer stuff.
Yeah, I actually just had a meeting with him like 3 days ago.
Okay, well, he posted something on Twitter to do with the raid warrant that shows timestamps of when the warrant was actually signed, and it was signed after. It was signed by Brittany Angel, apparently.
I'm aware of
the
this.
raid had already taken place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he brought that up to me. There's a lot of oddities taking place right now, and the best way I can describe it is I don't believe it's inherently malicious. I have my concerns with Angel, but this particular set of this particular case and ones like it, I don't actually think it's maliciousness. I think it's ignorance and incompetence, and a lot of like shooting from the hip, right?
I mean, I don't know that much about it, but I didn't think that they could, like any warrant I've ever, or raid or anything I've ever been involved with, it's always been waiting on. Like I remember we were held in custody because they were waiting on a judge to sign off on it before they could actually perform it. So is that still the case, or?
It is. Yeah, you need a judge to sign off before you can do a raid. There's a couple things me and First talked about. This is one of the things. I haven't seen it myself, so it just seems so unlikely that I imagine that there's some missing information. I'll give you an example. A judge, this could be as simple as this. This could be something, but I'm leaning on this is probably a judge saying signed, but didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's signed, but the timestamps are off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those like things where it's more likely a technicality that is hard to argue in the city. I could be wrong though. You know what I mean?
You know, if that's fair enough. I'm only going by what Snow was telling me. You know that it, according to timestamps, or something that had been signed after the fact.
You're not talking about yesterday's raid. You're talking about the one from like a week ago or something, right?
No, apparently it was yesterday's one.
Wait.
From what I'm led to believe.
Oh. You're not talking about the 404 raid?
No.
Wait.
No, I don't know anything about that.
Oh my God.
This is what Snow told me like earlier.
Oh, I thought you meant the one that First was talking about.
Well, First apparently is the one that put it out on Twitter today, or 12 hours ago. Or so.
Oh my God!
Snow got in touch with someone.
So then this isn't the first time. So this is the second time I'm hearing of this kind of thing. That's why I got confused myself. Do you know who has a copy of the raid warrant? Oh, Snow does.
Snow doesn't. Snow has
How?
nothing yet.
Oh boy.
I don't believe he does. He didn't mention that he had a copy of it.
He had to have received a copy of the raid warrant. Unless they are still... Wait.
So actually, he said someone had reached out to him because apparently when he woke up, he realized that the house was locked down, right? So he's thought, shit, I haven't paid, taxes and stuff. They're trying to take the house off me. And then he remembered that he paid it like a week ago or whatever when it was due. So that couldn't be it. So he contacted by 311 or something to find out as to why the house was locked down. And apparently he had to send 3 or 4 311s or something before someone responded to him. And it was Sky, I think that he said responded to him or called him or something,
Mm.
and sort of filled him in on it or whatever, and said that he should get a what do they call those things when they raid you and they give you all the list of shit.
Raid receipt. Yeah.
Yeah, the raid receipt. They'll get the raid receipt within 72 hours.
Okay, that is reasonable, to be honest.
But he didn't say that he received a copy of the actual warrant itself.
Yeah, I guess the reason I'm the reason why, like, how did First get it then?
I have no idea. I couldn't even see it because when I spoke to Snow, like, it must have happened like previous to my phone may have been flat or something, and
Yeah,
didn't get the notification for it, so
I
couldn't see it. But
I would double check on this. I think that there's a possibility that First did not get a copy of it, and that maybe what he posted out was the one that I heard about earlier, like last week sometime. Because if First got a copy of a raid warrant that was issued, that's fucking crazy. Like, if that's the case, you got what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah, it is 100% crazy.
That means a cop or a judge would have had to have leaked it. So I'm a little skeptical about it. You know what I mean? Just for that reason. Like, who would put their job on the line for that, you know?
Some of the dumb shit that I seen yesterday, man, is unbelievable.
You are not wrong about that. So I'll give you a little tea.
I'm not going to lie. We tried to stop him, right?
Yeah.
But we had zero time. We had nothing because everything we had was pretty much in the house. So we were calling around and getting shit off. Cookie's probably told you. Called around and got a bunch of stuff off different people, you know? These dudes are rolling around 4 deep in a fucking car, man, jumping out with class 2s, fucking shooting at people, jumping back in.
Oh my God. It's so fucking, you know, and then,
yeah. And then to top that off, Eliana was in my house, which is at the end of the sack, which is the house that they went to was like at the bottom of the sack. Mine's like very top of the sack.
Yeah,
she was watching it all go down.
I'd seen them run up to doors as if they were trying to see if they were unlocked, and then they came up to my car, which was parked on the driveway of Jordan's house, and they started searching the trunk.
Yeah, they're just searching random cars and all sorts of shit. Like, it's, yeah. Wow.
Oh my God.
But I tried reaching out to First, but I think he may have pulled it.
Oh yeah, he's probably asleep.
Talk to him, so. But yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him as soon as he's around, and see if I can get that info off him, because
yeah, that is gonna be fucking huge. I will say that. So I'm gonna tell you this, right? And I'm very okay. And I'm not gonna go into detail here for my own protection, right? There's apparently offices that have likely other agendas at play that may be, look, I'm just gonna say it. Apparently Ventura has gone to the judge that signed the warrant and is kicking up a storm from that side. It's a little strange for me when I hear this, because is he on y'all's payroll or some shit?
Who?
Ventura, the BCSO deputy.
No.
I'm guessing it's just internal
I think
politics.
I probably met that guy once.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I ask is, like, there's a lot of drama in the PD over this as well, which is probably a good thing, but it kind of muddies the waters, which is why I'm kind of bringing it up to begin with, right?
Is it going to be like a BCSO LSPD thing?
I think so. I think that's exactly what it is. And I think there's probably a little bit of, like, dick swinging over this whole thing under the pretense of, like, like protecting civil rights by people that have no history of doing so. You know what I mean? So if anything, in the grand scheme of things, this is probably good because more discontent, the better. But in regards to what I said as to how all this evidence could be dismissed, I feel like that is the key play.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I am now confident that the racks, when looked at, they could see the guns that were there. And I can say that confidently. You get what I'm saying? And I think Flippy probably knows this as well now. So anything in regards to, you know, did somebody search a rack or not is not a valid thought process, you know?
Yep.
So
probably not the smartest thing to do, but it's irrelevant.
Yeah. So
it'd be different if it was just a cardboard box in the corner and they open the box up and see what's inside.
That's exactly it. Yeah. It's if you see it, you see it. You know what I mean? It's a fucking auto weapon. Though I guess never mind. I was drifting off on like what if it's a memorabilia or some shit like that. But I feel like that's not something anyone wants to entertain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
We're not stupid when it comes to that sort of stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah. I do think this is a real argument, though. The dismissal, right? They're tampering with evidence that's meant for the raid, and yeah. Like
I said to a few of the boys, it doesn't matter what we do, we're not going to get the stuff back, and
yeah,
but like everything's gone. But the thing is, yeah, it's hopefully can teach some people a lesson, and maybe some people get demoted over it or something, or I don't know, retrained or something. I mean,
wait, are you gonna demote Ani for running into your fucking main house with like after weapons crate?
Listen, I think we both know why we went in there, but yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Well, I don't know. I don't really like talking about it, but
I totally get it. You know, helicopters can fly real high nowadays. You know, I get it.
So he didn't see any of that shit. And thought he was clear. So I mean, no, I don't think any of us sort of blame him for it. No, it wasn't the smartest thing. Is to
it's
for them to shoot while they're in there, but
yeah, no, it's I think y'all got hit by a fucking clusterfuck and series of just misfortunes that.
But I think the girls panicked when they seen everyone, all the cops, and they run around checking all the shit.
I honestly, I don't blame anyone for opening fire over that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're never gonna imagine cops inside your house. You know.
That's the thing that surprises me is that the cops actually stayed inside the house after Arnie had left. He was running out the door as they were running in, apparently. And only 2 of the cops chased him or whatever, and the rest stayed inside the house, running around looking at shit.
There is, the way that it was described to me was Den fell through the vent.
Okay.
Which caught, and then someone else went to look for him. And when he found him, they saw the guns. So it's really shit what happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's exactly it, you know. So
yeah. In the moment, though, like that's what I said. I was talking to my prison earlier, and I said, in the moment, like, despite what may be going on, you're not really going to know what's going on because all you see is like, in the panic, you've got cops running around the house, checking everything out or whatever. You know, you're like, your first instinct is, well,
yeah,
what the fuck? I got to defend this or whatever.
You also, yeah, it's just you know, what's happened, and now it's kind of like, what is the best way to minimize the damage, you know, and move forward?
Yeah.
It's
well, sounds like a massive thing to. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I called you Fallon Crane something because I seen he trotted out or whatever. I was going to try and hit him up and see his thoughts on it and see what the deal is, but I don't know whether Flippy managed to contact him or not. Yeah.
Wait, who?
Fallon Crane.
Yeah, I don't know. He may have a new phone number, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But I do know where you can find him. There is a house off the dirt path of Route 68, near the moonshine spot. There's like a broken down vehicle with a like a shed for a garage. Do you know which one I'm talking about? It's like just north of the moonshine spot. He used to live there, and
yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me if he's sitting over there with a shotgun.
Yeah, it sounds like him sitting on the porch.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to try and get in contact with him. I'll go around there and see if I can see him. I think he'd be pretty good. I mean, I don't know too many lawyers these days. I don't know who is actually good at doing what they do.
I only
be pretty good if he's still. He'd have to still be bar certified, wouldn't he?
He would, and I mean, in theory, he was. I don't think he lost his bar. He only stepped down from his judge. Oh no, wait. He said after he stepped down that he was gonna practice law, but then he kind of disappeared. So I think he. Oh wait, I can tell you right now. Yeah, he's a lawyer.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, this is.
There's only a couple of people personally that I would trust doing this sort of shit. One would be Murphy Braun, but I haven't seen that guy for ages.
I would not trust him.
You don't trust Murphy?
No, he's become lazy and what's the word I'm looking for? He's not dependable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of noticed that the last time I seen him, he rang me out of the blue after not speaking to him for like 5 years and said, I need to borrow $100K to keep my house. I'll get it back to you within the next week or so. And that was the last time I heard from him, and that was probably like 2 months ago.
Yeah. He was a great attorney, but it's the dependability issue. That is the crux, right? This is probably something that is going to be on y'all's plate for anywhere from the next month to 2 months. And so if there's even a chance that the person might dip on you, that's really bad, right? Because it's a lot of work. You don't want to restart the engine, you know what I mean, with someone else down the line.
You want someone that's going to see it through. What's that Robin guy like? Is he decent as well? Or?
Robin is the only other individual in this city that when I talk to him about legal matters, we can actually have a good conversation about it. Like, I feel like I'm not having to spoon feed my thoughts, you know?
Is that the guy that does a lot for the PD stuff?
No, he's...
oh, no, that's that Whitlock guy.
Oh, fuck Whitlock.
Yeah, no, he's the PD. Yeah, that's I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah. No, Robin is a part of Dead to Rights. There are other lawyers who are good, like Tony Long and Rick. But the problem is that when it comes to these sort of cases, a lot of lawyers are juniors. That's just the reality. A lot of the vets have gone. And so many of them have not yet developed the skill of formulating an argument and backing it with legal speak, right? They mostly know how to take what they've seen and replay it back. And that's not, this isn't me trying to talk shit. This is just my evaluation of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I honestly think that half the battle is like confidence when you're a lawyer. If you're confident in what you're saying, and even if it is bullshit, if you're confident in what you're speaking.
Meredith, thank you for the 13 months.
When you get the ones that stumble and it's either they're panicking and clutching at straws, they're the ones that kind of fold.
And that's exactly it, right? Like another lawyer, let's say if you were to put it in their place, like they might go to the doc and be like, hey, like you would be risking someone being like, oh, I get what you're saying, and being like, hey, I don't think these guns should be allowed because of photographs, right? A judge might look at them and go, shut the fuck up. But like someone like Robin will know how to like word it in a way that makes it clear to the judges, like, hey, this is so fucked up that you cannot use this, right?
Yeah.
And here's the legal reason why, right? It's so
yeah. Well, hopefully we can get something sorted with that. That'd be that would be pretty big.
yeah, I will try to reach out to him as well. I think this is going to be a very big case for him. I imagine he'd take it on. I don't see why he would not. But you know, it's I want to see you guys succeed here at the end of the day. And like I said, it's I'm passionate enough about this needing to be dismissed that I you know, if you can get away with this, what else can you get away with as a cop, you know?
Yeah. I think the cops need to be pulled back a notch or two, and I think maybe this might help make that happen.
Yeah. Oh, notch or two,
some of the
brother.
shit they've been getting.
Brother, it's so nasty.
It's crazy.
That's why I do ride-alongs. I genuinely feel like I'm witnessing fucking gangs, like G-checking, like everybody in the city, and then hoping that they open fire so that they get money. Like that's like, it's fucking wild to me.
Oh, they 100% bait shit so that they can fucking bill you more.
Yeah,
I've had it firsthand.
yeah.
Get traffic stops and that, and they're saying, "Do it, pussy, you won't run."
How did Snow learn about the raid?
He woke up to the house being locked in.
That's fucking crazy. That's another angle too. If they kept it raided, or they kept it locked.
It's still locked right now.
What?
Isn't it supposed to be not locked? That's what I've been telling you all day. To my knowledge, they're supposed to raid and unlock it, no?
I believe that is the case.
Yeah, it's been locked all day.
There is the slight possibility, because, you know, new DOJ, new rules, right?
Yeah.
There is a possibility that if they have intent to keep it locked because there may be more evidence that they're unaware of yet, or alternatively, if there's like intent to seize, that the judges may have been like okay with it, but let's be honest, it's more likely that they forgot.
I mean, it's happened
Yeah,
before.
well,
Carmen forgot to unlock Bella's house after the raid, right? We just seen that last week.
The only thing I thought it could still be locked for is because V, Arnie, and Amika are still on a hold.
Yeah.
So, and Arnie was telling me that apparently, I think he said it might have been Shiesty or something, was trying to hit him with 2 times stockpiling or something. How do you charge someone twice for the same charge?
I don't
doesn't make sense to
know.
me.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, I don't believe that anyone in this police department has. Look, I have yet to be convinced that anyone in the police department actually knows how to do an investigation, right? And I say that because the majority of the court cases I've gone to, those that have been in power, listen, I've had such bad experience. Most of my court cases were like, why did you detain them? I don't know. Or a cop saying, hey, they had a gun and they killed someone. How do you know? They were GSR positive. Did they have a gun? No. That I don't think most of these people have advanced beyond like the basics, that they know what they're doing. You get what I mean? Like, it's just like,
Yeah,
it's really bad.
Back to the very first thing that they probably learn as a cop is, whatever that thing is that they use.
Yeah.
a probable cause thing or whatever, you know. I don't think a lot of them know about that sort of shit.
No.
You're suspicious of someone or whatever.
Brother, I went to a court case 2 days ago with ADMC. Nana Banana had apparently killed someone, right? Found with a murder weapon and everything. You know how they got away? This guy brings her into interrogation, and he goes, "You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do will be used against you in a court of law. Right to attorney, blah, 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 blah." And she goes, "I understand." He goes, "Well, there's no lawyers on the yellow pages, so you have to talk to me without a lawyer."
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A cop Forte who got fired, he was one of their detectives, right? I go wake up to, like, I got forced into a bench trial. It was like half cooked, right? Like, and I'm in there, I'm like, okay, tell me the details, whatever. And he goes up on the stand, and it was like the moonshine cellar for the busties. And so I bring Forte up there, and I'm like, why did you detain this guy? And he's like, "I think it was because of this, or it might have been this. I don't actually remember. I forget things." Case dismissed.
What?
I'm telling you, my experience as a lawyer, I have not had to deal with a remotely, like, decently difficult case. It's mostly been that shit, or like someone is caught red-handed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's wild. Well, it looks like Den's back awake. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Yeah. Obviously, you know, it looks like you're keeping a head up over all of it, but I genuinely think we can get, you know, possibly all these charges thrown out. Which
yeah, hopefully.
I'm
the amount of shit that was in there is kind of crazy.
Oh, I saw the picture at the PD meeting. It was something else. Well, that's what you got working for you too, because those shotguns, PDWs, etc., no one's seen them, so there can be no excuse of these are replicas or is other evidence. It's like literally the only guns that PD has ever seen in their hands, showing it off 6 hours later to a bunch of gang members in another gang. You know, it's
not to mention the fact they've taken gang members into like a secure area where they keep evidence.
I'm sorry, say again.
That's the fact that they took him into the PD where they keep the evidence or whatever and shown him.
Yeah, it's so cooked. Well, Den called me. He's like, he wants to do a press conference with all the guns in like a case in the back, like behind bulletproof glass. I'm like, brother, this isn't like a Mexican cartel, and we're not, you know, I'm not like you know, like a governor of a province down there, because they do that. Like, what is it? The sangria, like, where is it? Sangria? No, that's a drink. Fuck, I forgot. So it's like a pot of, it's an entire province in like, Sangaloa. Yeah, Singaloa, right? Sinaloa? I don't know. But that's what they do down there. You know, they got all the fucking guns on the table and all that. But the thing is, when they do that, they're taking a photo of it at like the location or whatever. It's like very meticulously handled, not, yo, like, here, let's go get another gang from, you know, like another cartel and be like, hey, looks like, look at what we did. I don't know.
Yeah, look what you're missing.
Fucking bro. Crazy. All right. Anyways.
Yeah,
all right.
Pretty wild. If it was an hour later, none of that shit would have been there. But anyway.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, you know what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, look. If you need anything, whatever, just please do give me a call. And like I said, I'll do my best to try to get a hold of Robin. Please do the same.
Yeah.
And if another lawyer comes to mind, I will try to send me away. But I genuinely do not trust anyone other than Robin with this, given the angle of attack that's needed.
Yeah, I think the boys may be around in a little bit to try and sort some shit out. So
yeah. Oh,
I think after yesterday, everyone's pretty cooked, so they're sort of
yes.
chilling in their apartment at the moment. So
the one other thing, I know this might be a hot. Be very careful involving yourself in any ammo crate related things. Anything that may result in you getting blueprints in your hands or any guns in your hands. And the reason I say that is I don't think this is going to happen due to the ineptitude of the police force. But if there was a decent investigator, and let's say you did an ammo crate a week from now and you got caught, what am I going to do? I'm going to tie that to phone records that I received as a consequence of the raid yesterday. And if I tie those two things together, it's going to be a bigger ripbozo. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So keep that in the back of your mind. It's a risk. It's not guaranteed, but, you know, the risk is there. And you guys are also dealing with weapons manufacturing, which only requires possession of a blueprint. So
yeah, that'd be a pretty big charge, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if it is. I imagine it would be.
The DOJ decides. I would estimate $1 million. Because it was changed recently, and it reads in a way where a judge could interpret that simply having a weapons bench, or sorry, simply having a blueprint is enough. It's actually the way that they wrote this updated charge is really cooked. It implies that if you just have a blueprint, it's good enough. Though I think they probably meant if you have the means. It doesn't define having means. It just says, do you have a blueprint?
It is pretty wild because
the sentence effectively implies that the means of capability of manufacturing can be inferred through just having a blueprint. I don't think that's what they are trying to say, but, you know, I wouldn't take any chances, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but all right, John, I got to get out there. Like I said,
no worries. I appreciate your talk anyway. So,
of course,
if I hear anything, I'll try and get hold of first, and if I hear anything, I'll let you know. So,
all right, easy. All right,
and see where that come from. But yeah,
hell yeah. And if you guys do get a copy of the raid warrant, please do send it my way. I'll take a peek as well.
All right, we'll do.
All right, easy.
Alrighty, thanks, man.
All right,
appreciate it.
Anytime. Y'all stay safe.
Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, it's going to be one charge of it. I don't think they meant to write it this way, but that's what it grammatically says, right?